So, you know, if anyone else says, hey, we're going to be the first in the market of doing virtual audio processing, they're lying.
Hi, I'm Scott Stiefel, Chief Operating Officer of the Telos Alliance, and I'm seated here with Frank Foti, our CEO. Frank, we've watched our company grow in every way possible over the last 30 years. This year there seems to be a tremendous buzz at IBC, a lot of it centered on the idea of virtual radio. Now, this concept has different meanings to people in the industry, both broadcasters and manufacturers. Given the conversations you've had with industry leaders, what does virtual radio mean to you?
Virtual radio is something that exists already, and we've been a part of it. In England, the BBC had this project known as the Vylor Project. And the basis of the Vylor Project was they took a lot of their facilities that were spread out all over the United Kingdom, some of which was local radio, some of it was part of the radio house, and they condensed them down into, I believe, 3 facilities, where from those 3 facilities, they were able to manage everything all over the country. So this is something that is, you know, the shift is happening, and we're very much a part of that.
You know as well as anyone the benefits of audio over IP and its impact on flexibility and workflow in a broadcast facility. How do you see virtualization continuing this trend, and what will the next generation radio facility look like in the world of virtual radio?
It can be any one of a number of things. As I initially said, you know, it can sound like it's from a single control point running a bunch of studios or transmission paths or transmitters or something of that nature. But for me, the shift occurred when I had a discussion not too long ago with some broadcast executives. Could we put like your Omnia 11 in a farm somewhere and get audio in and out of it, and, you know, have it automatically show up at a transmitter site? And I said, well, you know, you can do the whole radio station that way. And they're like, really? And yeah, people have been thinking about it, but trying to come up with the actual way to do it and what does it mean. On the business side, there's a big draw to that. Now, specifically, what we're seeing is, and on account of the fact that through dedicated networks and something like audio over IP, you could literally have talent be working out of their own home or some small facility, and in front of them they may have what appears to be a piece of glass, which would be like a virtual console, monitor, what have you, and it's basically an IP connection. And then somewhere in a farm somewhere, that could be anywhere on the planet, is all the transmission aspects, your audio processing, if there's watermarking needed for ratings, if there's stuff having to do for you know, the first responders, you know, your alert services, things of that nature. All of that can be put into a farm somewhere. And then out of that, you've got IP signals that just get routed and they show up at some transmitter. Expanding on that, you start factoring in everything from the outside. Live news, sporting events, what we would refer to as mobile, remote broadcasts, anything that where a connection to a network or the internet, you know, where you can get connected in, you'll be able to have direct access onto a facility. Steve Church and I, we had a conversation once, and we said 25 years ago, someday there'll be a box in a corner and it's everything. It's the radio station, and leaving it'll either be some data connection or an RF connection going up a tower, and that's making radio. Now we're taking that where it's going to be out into the cloud. We can do it today to some degree, but it's something that we've been working towards. 2 years ago, we brought into the umbrella of organizations Minnetonka Audio, you know, in Minnesota, in the United States, and they specialize in cloud-based software, cloud-based applications, cloud-based technology, and this fits right in there. And you know, I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very soon talking about, yeah, we're going to be cloud, we're going to be cloud. Yeah, you could say that, but you know, like anything, there's a bit of a barrier of entry. But we're way up the ladder, and we're way down that path, and we're pretty excited about it.
How do you view virtual radio as impacting the world of audio processing, and what will Omnia have to offer in this world going forward?
We've been thinking about this for quite a while, and we've actually had some broadcasters approach us about it. And so now the broadcasters who know this, they're saying, how do we make it virtualized? We've actually done some of that work already. So in a way, we've kind of been low key about it. We just figured out, it's happening, and we'll go about it. So if anyone else says, hey, we're going to be the first to the market of doing virtual audio processing, they're lying. I mean, that would be fake news, because Omnia was the first to do it, and it wasn't like a week ago. I mean, it's actually been out there for probably the better part of a year. There's a lot of effort going on right now to take the early iterations of our work that's already been there and available, that's let's say cloud-based, and basically bring the whole family into operating in the cloud.
Frank, thanks so much for your time today. I'm Scott Stiefel of the Telos Alliance, and we look forward to seeing all of you at our booth at IBC 2017.